神が行えば善となることも、人が行えばこれに奈落となり罪となるんだ。
All right, everybody, we have the EZA AGL Zamasu. I was gonna say merged, but technically he just starts out as Zamasu here. So let's go ahead and turn those skips on. I just wanted to get this guy's in the video. So we have him here. Here he is. He shares 4 out of 5 links with or 4 out of 7 links on rotation with the characters that we have here. He's missing his big defensive link, which is Cold Judgment, but that's okay. You know, we won't hold it against him too much here. Starting out with 180k defense, not too bad. He does have 40% damage reduction. Let's go ahead and just get moving here. I'm kind of trying to decide if I want to just leave... Let's do this, actually, for now. Well, no, we'll do this. This is fine. But I kind of want to put this guy in slot 1, but I'm afraid we might take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. We'll test out his end-of-turn healing, because I don't think this will kill us because of the 40% damage reduction that we have. So this is good, right? Let's go ahead and see. Oh, we are getting supered immediately. We don't dodge it. How much do we take here? This is the most damage that we will take during this showcase. How much are we getting? Only 250. He did get debuffed, though. That is unfortunate. Starts out with a 3.4 million attack stat here. Can we get a double super, please? No. Okay. If we get a double super in this base Zamasu state, it just kickstarts our defense a lot higher. And it just, you know, we are going to be starting at a higher point, right? So, like, you know, you're going to be stacking the same amount of defense whether you get 1 super attack there or 2. But, you know, if you get 2 there, obviously, then as you're growing at the same rate, you have a higher starting point in the fusion form. So you're just going to have perpetually higher defense, right? So right here, we're going to have less defense than if we double supered, but it's not like a double super is common or anything, you know? So, okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and float off Gawasu and Zamasu. We'll keep STR Rose on rotation for big bad bosses. So we'll go ahead and grab these right here. Ideally, we get a finishing blow here with STR Rose. I did decide to bring the physical Gawasu and Zamasu. You know, they're at 100k defense here at the start of turn. They have their nice dodge chance, and I did build them full dodge. I guess on this next rotation, we'll go ahead and look at what I gave Zamasu once he gets into his fusion state, which is where he is maybe the best EZA TUR, you know. I need to use him first. We need to go throughout the world. We need to go through the world tour, but I would say they definitely did not fumble this guy. They definitely met our expectations with this one. You know, everybody was like, you know, we were all holding our breath for this entire time, waiting to see if AGL Zamasu was going to be good enough to run here, and it seems like they did meet our expectations. And STR Rose is going to go ahead and get a finishing blow here, so that is very nice for the showcase here. This next rotation, we will have Int Zamasu on rotation. So we're going to have this nice little glue rotation. Here we go. We're going to fuse. You know, we're activating the Potara. There we go, boys. You know, we could get that in, like, a new animation, right? Where they're actually, like, locking eyes, you know? Like, they could zoom in and do, like, the fighters animation, too. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and throw this guy in slot 1. That's going to be fine for now. Actually, we'll go ahead and throw AGL Zamasu in slot 1. He does get the additional super attack after he receives an attack during the turn. Keep in mind, we are debuffed here, so the 318 is not our true defense, but it is still pretty good with 50% damage reduction on this turn. I mean, you know, this guy's at 256 before he super attacks, you know, with 60%. So, I mean, his obviously does jump up a lot higher once we collect orbs. Or, I'm sorry, not once we collect orbs. Once we receive attack on the rotation and once we super attack. But it's still nice to see that, you know, in the beginning of these fights, okay, can we stop bullying AGL Zamasu, please? I mean, he can take it. Like, I mean, that's not an issue. Listen, homie can take the punishment, but, you know, can we just not debuff him? I'm trying to do a showcase here, and him, you know, getting attack and defensive debuffed every single turn is not really conducive to that. The people want to see divine providence, okay? Cell, please, my guy. And then there's the guaranteed additional for being hit during the turn. We could get a triple here because I do have some additional in this hidden potential system. I did go mostly dodge, I believe, with an emphasis on like additional as my second ability. You know, just because you go full dodge on a unit doesn't mean that, like, you can't go, like, you can't, you know, outfit another ability. My Physical God Goku, for example, right, he's built with, like, 26 dodge, but he still has 15 additional, which is pretty solid. And I think the similar case here with this Zamasu, so, you know, it's like, just because you go full dodge on a unit doesn't mean that you gotta, you know, completely lose out on all of their other abilities. You know, just because, like, if people think you go full dodge and then you have 0 in your other hidden potential system, it's like, no. Listen, we can still fill those out. I mean, whenever you have a character who's doing additionals as well, like, I've explained this before, right? But every time you do an additional attack, you have a chance to roll your hidden potential attack, right? So just because you go full, or like, you don't necessarily, for characters that have additional, you don't need to give them as much additional because they're already going to be predisposed to rolling it at a higher chance anyway. Because like, essentially think about it like this, right? You have like, I don't know, like you have like a coin, right? And you're trying to, you know, flip heads or tails, right? And you know, you have a 50-50 shot at getting it, right? That's kind of what, if you gave your unit 25 in the hidden potential system, that's essentially what you would have with that coin. As far as getting the attack itself, you would actually have a second coin then for the for the actual, like, whether it's a super attack or not, right? And then, well, my brain, sorry, is going blank. It's still very early for me. I'm trying to get these showcases out. So then let's say you have a 4-sided die, right? And if you get a 1, it's a super attack chance, or like it's a super attack, right? So now you have like this 4-sided die. You have a D4, right? And, you know, if you get like a 1 on it, then you get the super attack. But you can roll that die like, you know, 2 or 3 times, right? So it's like, which odds do you want? Do you want the 1 in 4 chance, but you can roll it multiple times? Or do you want the single coin flip? And, you know, sometimes, you know, you just want that additional chance, right? So anyway, that's a long way of saying Zamasu is pretty good here. We can go ahead and throw him in slot 2. Keep in mind he is attack debuffed on this turn still, so, you know, there is that. Let's go ahead and grab these. I believe his defense debuff is gone now, and 532k defense with 50% damage reduction is pretty solid for a EZA TUR, so I will definitely take that. We are getting support from Gawasu and Zamasu. You know, that's very nice of them to, you know, show up, give us support, leave, say nothing. Oof, Tech Merge Zamasu looking pretty good on this rotation as well. Yeah, this is double digits, buddy. I don't know what you're thinking here, Cell. Yeah, listen, I don't know what you were thinking, but anyway, so, you know, I felt like dodge was going to be pretty good on this guy. You could give him crit. I mean, this guy is stacking attack and defense, but doesn't he get like a 50% chance to crit in his Bukkake form, which I feel like if you're going for damage, you transform him into that state anyway, and then yeah, see, look, we you know, okay. But, you know, he does have the crit chance in his Bukkake form, and if you transform into that, giving him the extra crit isn't really going to do anything. I think additionals really are what you want to prioritize, but, you know, I like dodge because we do things like that. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy, like, fully built up here. We should take advantage of that while we are in the, you know, AGL phase here. We'll grab these, and then we will grab the physical orbs with this Zamasu right here. Perfect. I really hope that our campaign to get that guy's, well, to get the, I guess, the Tech Merge Zamasu to get his name changed. I hope that, you know, petition, essentially, or hope that campaign goes well, because, you know, I would like to run this guy as like a floater on this team, and occasionally we're going to have rotations like this where, you know, he's not going to have big bad bosses activated, and I would like him to. So I hope that name change campaign amounts to something, you know. That'd be really good for the community. It'd be really healthy. I think that Dokkan could really earn back a lot of goodwill with the community by doing something like that. Where, like, right now we feel very, I don't want to say we, but like a lot of the community feels very like unheard right now by the devs. You know, they just feel like the dev team is just making a lot of fumbles recently, you know, and it's just like, I feel like something like this could really earn back a lot of goodwill with the community. All right, here we go. We have SCR Rose on rotation. Let's go ahead and do the domain. That'll get us some support on the rotation as well. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll turn the skips off. So let's go ahead and play the domain. All right, buddy. Yeah, there we go. We got some nice orb changing there a little bit. Oh, no, not the cord immediately. Okay, hang on. We'll get it back. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and grab a good chunk of these orbs here. We'll grab these. That'll give us support. So we're at 557k defense right now. And if we grab all of these orbs and get the support, what do we hop up to? 669k defense is obviously very, very good. What's SCR Rose at here, by the way? 425, not too bad. I mean, he's, you know, this guy, his EZA wasn't really strong enough, but, you know, it's just like a floater on this team with the protection of, like, a lot of these other better LRs. He can look pretty good. Also, no, buddy, you can't punch the sky. You know, we don't do that here, okay? We don't punch the sky, okay? I actually could have put Zamasu, AGL Zamasu in slot 1 here and gotten the additional. No, he's at a 9.6. All right, we reset the turn here. That way we can actually see the 9.6 million attack stat here. Pretty good, by the way. You know, we finally got all of our debuffs off, so we're looking good again. Finally here we can start the showcase easy on turn 7. Here we go, 9.6. He could do an additional, but we didn't get hit, so it's not guaranteed. It would just be from the hidden potential system. If I was going to change one thing about this character, that's the only thing I would change. So yeah, we got it, but we rolled the 50% chance to be a normal, so I mean, that's fine. But that's the one thing I would change about this character, is I would give him the additional. I would just give him the additional. That's really all I would change about this. I mean, obviously, you know, I had my EZA concept, but with what they gave us, you know, I'm pretty happy, so... Alright, we need to make sure that this unit keeps their stack up, so we'll give them the attack. We're just at full health here, by the way. we just exist on this team at full health, which is pretty good. So, I do like that, you know. I like being at full health. 11.3 from this guy is pretty good. Zamasu, what do I think of Zamasu, guys? I think he's really good. I think he's exactly what we needed. You know, we can go ahead and throw him in slot 1 here against Cell Max, or not Cell Max, against Cell here. Oh, we can use both of these. Let's do it. We will use this one, and then we'll use this one. Or should we just... Let's do that. Let's use his first, and then we'll use the AGL Zamasu. Alright, maybe I should have done that in different order so that we could actually listen to the really good, Int Zamasu OST here, but we'll be fine. I need to save these tech orbs for this guy right here, so let's go ahead. He is at 411k defense here, pretty good. What does he jump up to after we grab the tech orbs and get the support? Oh, we're gonna get the Dokkan attack as well. 534k defense here is pretty good. I don't know if you guys think so or not, but I think that's pretty good. We're getting the Dokkan attack here too. Oh, we dodged, and we take a hit. Nice. And he's at double digits, of course. All right. Does this say 14? He has a 50% chance to crit, by the way, with a 14 million attack stat as an EZA TUR. Uh-huh. Well, that's pretty good. What you guys think that's pretty good? I think that's pretty good. Oh, we didn't get the crit, but like, dude, imagine if we had just one shot on on that attack. Like, again, 50% chance to crit there. If we had gotten the crit, wow. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. We're going to finish out this turn, and then we're going to move into the breakdown. So, let me know what you guys thought about AGL Zamasu. Wow. Wow is all I have to say about that. Alright, this is True Power of a God Zamasu, Realm of Gods category, key +3, HP attacking defense 170%, or extreme class key +3, HP attacking defense 130% to stats. Very good battlefield leader. His super attack is the Heavenly Arrow, raises defense, which is an infinite stack, causes infinite damage, or immense damage to the enemy, infinite damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers enemy defense. Pretty good. This is obviously, you know, pretty good. We really like that he got this defense stacking, and it's nice that it's 30% in base. You know, it can really give you a nice jump start for the rest of the battle. 140% attack and defense at the start of turn. Extreme class allies, key +2. Again, very, very good that he has this. You know, Zamasu is kind of the de facto, not this guy, but Tech Zamasu, Bukaki Zamasu is kind of the de facto villain leader at the moment. So having a 2 key support unit to all villains on that team that is also very defensive and very good is very, very good for that team. 40% damage reduction. He gets 10% healing at the start of turn. This will be good if you get him on turn 2, but you're not really ever going to see like this being effective if you get this guy on turn 1, because that's the only turn that you'll actually get this. But the 20% HP at the end of turn is very good, so this is nice. We like to see that. Performs Potara Fusion when conditions are met, which is starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle. So that means that if you get this guy in slot 7, he's instantly going to transform into Fusion Zamasu, which could be good, could be bad. It means you're going to be missing out on this nice 30% jump start to his defense, but he is still stacking in that phase as well. Link skills are pretty good. Power bestowed by God, Godly Power, Cold Judgment, Dismal Future, Prodigies, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. These are his categories. He helps out a lot of teams. We love to see this. Good villain EZAs and good villain releases really do help buff a lot of teams, and it's very important that we continue to get buffs like these for these teams. So I'm very happy with this Zamasu, by the way. Linking partners, pretty much you just want to be running this guy with the LR, but he does link well with pretty much all of the other Goku Black and Zamasu units, who are kind of revitalized with this team. We saw him with Gawasu and Zamasu as well. I mean, you know, they didn't really do anything this entire fight, but they did support us, which is very nice to see. 200% leaders. He has the Goku and Vegeta, the Merge Zamasu, the GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Vegeta and Trunks and Piccolo Jr. Pretty much, though, this guy is the only team you're going to be running him on. But if you need to run him for like one of these other teams for a challenge run or something, you know, this guy obviously, or he will work well on those as long as you can get another like, you know, Merge Zamasu next to him, which, you know, should be pretty easy. Right here, we can go into Fusion Zamasu. His start of turn defense and attack goes up a little bit. He gets some nice ki at the start of turn, so he's going to be starting out with 4 ki. So if you're on a proper leader skill, this guy should be starting out with 10 ki minimum at the start of turn, 6 from the leader skill and 4 from his passive. Pretty good. He gets 50% damage reduction. His stacks changed to a stack of attack and defense now, and we saw how effective that was at the end of the Cell fight there, with him transforming into the Corrupt Zamasu and doing a ton of damage at the end of that fight. You know, he has a 50% chance to crit in that form, so if we had actually gotten that, I'm pretty sure we just one-shot Cell there, so pretty good. 50% damage reduction. He gets an additional 50% attack when performing a super attack. This interacts really well with the stacks, so this is like a multiplicative buff against these stacks, so that is really good. And against, you know, his start of turn stats as well, so, you know, obviously he's going to be hitting very hard. Launches an additional super attack within the same turn after receiving an attack. I don't know how often you'll get this, but you can, and that is nice. You know, at the beginning of fights, I mean, it seems like he was defensive enough that you can just, you know, throw him into the slot 1, and he'll pretty much tank everything, and, you know, do a double super, help get his defense, you know, a little bit more jump started. Very nice. He recovers 10% HP when HP is 90% or less, and recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn every time the character receives an attack 5 or more times in battle. Pretty good. Pretty good. You know, I was really worried that this would lead to us not getting the, Tech Zamasu out, but we did end up getting it. You know, it was a little bit later into the fight. I believe we just got the turn 7 condition, but it's like we didn't really need it up to that point anyway, at least in this fight. So we'll see if this ever becomes an issue throughout the showcases as we go through them. Link skills do change to Fuse Fighter, Big Bad Bosses, Nightmare, Godly Power, Dismal Future, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle. Very good. Obviously, having Big Bad Bosses and Fuse Fighter with Tech Merge Zamasu is really good. Categories don't change, and then linking partners is still pretty much this guy who you want to use. Right here, Fusion Zamasu. He no longer stacks, but he does massively raise attack for 1 turn. You know, these are his start of turn stats. He's going to auto super. He has 6 ki, 300% attack, 100% defense, 30% damage reduction, 50% attack, and high chance of critting when attacking. Again, very, very good here. Means this guy is going to be hitting it very hard. Launches an additional super attack every time the character attacks 2 or more times in battle. This counter will carry over to the next turn. So on his first appearance, if he does 1 super attack and not an additional, then he'll just do his 1 attack, right? On his second turn, if he does 1 attack, it'll trigger this, so he'll double super, and then he could do the hidden potential super as well on his second turn, so you could get up to 3 super attacks, assuming that you do 1 attack on your first, but that's how that works. He gets an additional 50% defense when performing a super attack for 3 turns from the start of turn. So you do want to kind of save this guy until the end of fights, whenever you're going to have this active the entire time. You don't want to transform this guy too early, but that's okay because the Fusion Zamasu form is really good and probably where you want to leave him for most of the fight anyway. And then he does, you know, debuff superclass enemies and allies by 10%. This is kind of pointless. Like, I don't think you'll ever see this affecting enemies, but it will affect your allies. So keep in mind if you're running this guy next to a bunch of superclass allies. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about Merge Zamasu. Zamasu here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to catch you guys next time.